Ma'am. Yes. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. And how are you doing?
I'm doing so great, ma'am. So good. I'm so glad to have you here, ma'am. This is my 25th conversation, and I am particular in that I should invite you for this. So I I waited for I waited to post this as my 25th 25th.
So kind of you, and likewise, I'm also content for giving this much respect. I don't know whether I do this deserve it or not, but yes, I'm also content. Thank you.
Actually, yes, ma'am. You were my first guest, and you are my first subscriber. And actually, it you supported me very well, ma'am. And when we had a conversation with Janil sir, also you talked about me and you asked about me and you said some concerned words about me. And actually, that time also I felt that I must do some things. I should prove that I am in the correct path, and I should gain some respect to you.
Thank you. You deserve it, and you have lot of potential. Just you have to continue. You shouldn't stop sitting idle at yeah.
Yeah, actually, if I sit ideal at home after quitting my job, then everyone would talk about my failure. Okay, she was working in a bank, but after that, she was not able to do anything. But now I feel that I am something doing. I am doing something. So in order to make myself motivated, so I really feel happy about that, ma'am.
Actually, yeah, we should think at first about ourselves because when it comes to
Yes.
me as well, as I was not doing anything after having kids and before my marriage as well, I was not doing any job. But later on, I thought that no, I should do something. I should try to think about improving myself and expanding my knowledge. So at first, we should try to make ourselves satisfied, right? And
Yes,
after
ma'am.
that, yes, something good. And if it is tangible, then we get the appreciation from others as well, and it also
Yes.
motivates us to do more hard work. It reflects.
Since our conversation, somehow I'm mustering my confidence and courage to move on and keep doing my things. And sometimes when I don't find any partner, I use English ERE tutors as my partners and post that conversation in my YouTube, ma'am. So I
I
see
have
to that.
watched.
Yes, ma'am.
I have
Yes,
watched your
ma'am.
videos. I have watched
Oh,
your
thank you
videos.
so much.
Yeah,
Thank you
your channel is
so
also
much, ma'am.
growing, and your
Ma'am,
channel is also growing. For that, I am quite happy. I have seen your channel. Your subscribers are also increasing, and you are talking to some tutors. And sometimes I watch to learn from them as well. So, how is your
yes.
practice with them going on, and what kind of feedback have you got from them?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I felt very happy. Last session I had with Randakumar sir, he opted 24 points out of 24, and everything. The comments was actually comments were everything of full of positive. Before that, I used to get 16, 14, 18, but this time I got 24 out of 24. So after that, I felt very happy, and like this it's going, ma'am. But I see to that I am concentrating on my English learning whenever I find time, whenever I feed my daughters also. I have some book with me and I started revising those vocabs.
You last time you told one unique way of learning and
Yes, ma'am.
remembering vocab. Yes, I also
Yes.
applied with my son. Yes, and these days, I am focusing more into teaching my own children because in this way I can also learn. I can also make myself better, and it is my priority and my responsibility to teach my own children. So I am also
Yes,
doing
ma'am.
that. I'm trying to balance.
Yes, yes. Actually, you are already in a correct, ma'am, in a balanced way. Actually, you are going in a right path, ma'am. And I would like to ask you one thing, ma'am. And do you see any difference, ma'am, from me since our first conversation to this? Have you noticed any changes in my conversation and also in my way of speaking, ma'am? And I would like to know that. And what feedback would you give for me to improve more, ma'am? Afterwards, we'll go
Yeah.
to the conversation.
Okay, okay. First thing I would like to say that you are already taking sessions from the proficient tutors who are far better than me. One thing I can say that when we spoke for the first time from that day, on that day, you were a bit nervous, you were a little bit thinking what to use. Deliberately, you were using some vocabulary. You were on that day also, you were using some advanced vocabulary, but today you are speaking more fluently and you are content today that is conspicuous. I can easily understand that from outside. And when it comes
Yes,
to
ma'am.
improving
Yes.
the areas, it takes some time. When it comes to improving all the areas, for example, voice tonality, voice modulation, the reason I'm
Just a minute,
speaking.
ma'am. Just a minute, ma'am. Okay. Sorry, ma'am.
Actually,
Sorry. Actually, it was my mistake, ma'am. My Bluetooth got on, ma'am.
actually I was trying to connect through the laptop, but there were some kind of glitches, so I couldn't turn on.
Okay.
So I thought to connect to the mobile.
It's okay, ma'am. No, no, it was my fault. Actually, my fault. My Bluetooth
But
was
I feel like comfortable connecting to through laptop these days because the screen
okay.
becomes wider and it looks pretty. Yeah, that's why these days
Okay, okay.
I connect through laptop only. Even I am providing classes through laptop.
Okay,
But
ma'am. And how?
I'm not pretty good when it comes to using this laptop. I think you are far better than me, and I see that you have kind of editings as well. I think you have learned well, right? How to do
Yes,
editing.
ma'am. I have been learning, and for the first or second video, I felt really one day to learn all this, and afterwards, slow by slow, gradually, I'm learning, and now I'm curious to use different techniques in it. I have a plan to introduce some words or something animation in my videos also. So I'll do that also, ma'am.
Yes, I also don't know how to do that. For example, if I make my solo video, and then I can just put the screen about some vocabulary or anything else. But some people, have you watched that? They show some kind of short videos, short clips.
Yes, ma'am.
So what talking about something, for example, if we talk about the communication, then some people are talking at office, different kind of scene they show. So I don't know how to so far. If you learn, you have to teach me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sure, I'll do, ma'am. Currently, I'm doing Canva for all this editing, and in videos also we have the option to insert those things, and I'll learn it soon, ma'am. And I'll tell you, ma'am. Surely, I'll tell you, ma'am. Okay. And how are you? And how has your class been going on, ma'am? And
Everything is going pretty well. I'm providing some classes after sending my children to the school. I provide some one-to-one sessions. So far, I have not taken any kind of group classes. Let's see that
okay.
maybe after months I will start because I am also trying to work on my improvements. So yes, few grammars were there where I was also making some mistakes, so I started rectifying that. Apart from that, these days I'm trying to incorporate some phrases or some phrasal verbs because we didn't study, for example, I don't know about you, but I didn't study in English medium school, so I did not have much stories of different kind of phrasal verbs or different kind of phrases. So now I am trying to incorporate, and it takes little time. We need to
Yes.
deliberately and slowly and gradually, then it becomes subconscious. So I'm trying
Yes.
to work on that.
Okay. Okay. Already you are using so many vocabs, ma'am, in phrasal verbs in your
Vocabulary
speech.
somehow I have, yes, I have improved vocabulary I use these days, but phrasal verbs, for example, put up with, then
Yes.
like not so obvious, subsequently, accordingly. So when we use compound sentences, complex sentences, the sentence becomes longer. Then at
Yes.
times to glide the sentences, we need to use these connectives.
Yes, ma'am.
For example, we have the habit of saying and usually we say it becomes like natural. But if we want to try to incorporate new different kind of things, then we need to like put some extra effort.
Yes, like furthermore, in addition to so on, instead of adding add, we can use these words also. And instead of even saying yes, we can replace it with so many words like certainly, absolutely, indeed.
Certain, yes, instantly assured. Yes.
Yes,
So
but we
I
are
definitely. So
yes,
in place of that, I can say certainly, right?
certain.
We can say presently, currently, in place of currently. Also, it's okay to use currently as well. But at times, if I don't want to repeat, then I can say currently or presently, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am,
Hmm.
certainly, ma'am. And if we start using these phrasal verbs, then we would think that okay, we are improving, and we have started using those also in our daily speech, right, ma'am? Sometimes, as I said to you earlier, I use these words especially to my daughters because they won't repeat me, right, ma'am? They won't say anything. Amma, you are using this word wrong. You must have used in some other words. So likewise, I am using these also with my daughters.
And we need to know in which context can we use. It's not like that we have learned one vocabulary or one phrasal verb, but we need to know in which context we need to use. So it takes some time to learn. And I'm taking the help from ChatGPT as well because
Okay,
it is
ma'am.
important. I try to make some sentences by myself. After that, I take the help from ChatGPT that is it correct or not, because I don't want to speak incorrect. Rather
Yes,
than speaking incorrectly, it's better to use simple English. It's far better.
yes, correct, ma'am. And day by day, I'm also improving my vocab. And Yeah, it's there with everyone and whatever. See, I have a notepad, ma'am, but see, I have been practicing so many words while reading that book. But when it comes to speaking, I don't find those words in my speech. I usually end up with using already known words. So we have to do 1 hour or 2 hour in order to incorporate those words. I think so.
Yes, it happens to everyone because our brain, our subconscious mind is comfortable using those words
Yes.
which were already we used many times for many years. Yeah,
Yes, and I
yeah.
have recently completed my TEFL TESL courses also, ma'am, and I would like to share it with you.
Good. I want to know that the duration of the course and how much did you pay for that? Because I'm also thinking to, yeah,
Okay.
to that course.
Yes, ma'am. I did from International College of Teachers and Training. It's for it took around 18K, ma'am. 18K to complete that, and
Tussle and
actually
Tuffle
it
are
is 18,
same.
18, ma'am. It's same. It is same, ma'am. But we
Okay.
are calling it in different name, Tussle and Tuffle. But the course is same, and
Okay.
it costs around 18K, ma'am. If we do it as a single payment, otherwise 20,000 if we do it for a double what part time payment.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And online classes would be there, ma'am. 15 online classes. It's for 2 hours. Each class consists of 2 hours. Monday to Friday, we have to attend 5 to 7 is.
That would be the video call only.
Ma'am, through video call, group call, and there would be assignments. We have to produce our assignments on time, and based on their content, they would be asking us to provide our assignments in a regular format. So we have to do that on time, and based on that also they provide grade, and based on our participations, our what to say, our enthusiasm, our improvement, and everything.
Mhm.
They give mark at the last, ma'am.
Okay. Do they emphasize in speaking only, or do they emphasize in listening, speaking, reading, and writing?
Everything. They emphasize on everything, but they observe everything, single thing from us. We may think that they don't observe anything. They are busy with asking some other one, but it was not like that. They observe everyone. They actually ask everyone to participate, to mingle with everyone.
Okay. How
So it
many
was
participants there at a time? How many participants?
11 or 12, ma'am, in a group.
Or 12.
Uh,
Okay. And are the tutors from India or from other countries, natives from
no,
America or
ma'am,
UK?
from India, from West Bengal.
I think, yes, I should also pursue it because if I want to
Okay.
have one certificate to
Yes,
become
ma'am.
a.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, and it was very nice. And I did not, I haven't have that type of exposure before that class, ma'am. It was very interacting, and actually, ma'am made me to do something, and everyone was what was praising my content. I presented one content at the last day. Everyone appreciated that, and without having any notes or anything, I was able to present my content as a seminar. So everyone
Oh,
accepted that. After the class also they inquired about me and where did you get this type of content and all.
what was the topic of that content?
Actually, it was very easy, ma'am. Saying hello to the neighbor or a friend. How did you interact with your friend as the first time after seeing a long time? We have to go with the content setting, warm up, content setting, and everything. And the warm up was very fascinating.
It should be well organized. That's
Ma'am,
if,
yes.
yeah, interacting, it should be well organized.
Yes, ma'am. And they would allocate some time also, ma'am. We have to finish our thing within that time. Within that, we would be able to deliver all our contents. We have to
Great.
ask, we have to interact with other members, and also, so the session should be in a, what to say,
Engaging, yes, yes. Engaging and intriguing as well, I think it was, right?
intriguing. Yes, ma'am. Yes, the warm up was intriguing.
How much was the duration of the course? How many months?
120 plus 30 hours, ma'am.
150 hours. Okay,
Yes.
great. So, are you also aspiring to be a trainer?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes. Afterwards, but not now, ma'am. After what? So up
Now,
to that, I utilize my to improve my English learning, ma'am.
yes, great. But still, if you get any kind of approach from any learner, then you can start to just get the experience. You can prepare yourself. Right now, you are potential to do that. You have the potential to do that.
Yes, ma'am. I have started, ma'am, already. I have four co-learners, and along with them, I'm also learning new words. And like this, my journey is going on, and I have pursued my MA English also, ma'am. It's also going side by side.
How do you manage these all things? Because when it comes to me, if I try to do many things, I feel like that, okay, I'm drained. I'm exhausted. But you are doing many things. You are burning midnight oil.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I already burned midnight oil for my bank preparation. So it is easy for me, and I have been allocating. I don't fix my time, ma'am. Actually, for tomorrow by 8:30, you should do this, that, but I don't fix like that. What I do is, I am just allocating the time appropriately or the time.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But the
Because
scheduled class is over,
you
ma'am.
have a small kid as well, small child as
Yes,
well.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
What
yes.
child?
And
How many
it's a
years?
holiday also for them, ma'am. My younger one is 5, ma'am. She turns 5 this July.
Okay, okay, 5 months. Okay.
5 years.
Understood. Five
No,
years,
no.
five
She
months.
turns 5 this July. Now she's 4.9.
0.9. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's why she's quite younger. She needs
Yes,
your
ma'am.
time.
Yes.
I can also burn midnight oil. I am also a diligent person, I can say. But if I don't sleep well, if I at least don't sleep for 6 to 7 hours, next day I don't feel energetic. That is the problem. I am not able
Yes.
to focus. So that's the reason. Some people they say, okay, even my husband he says that if he sleeps for 4 hours at night, it is enough for him. And sometimes he sleeps for 30 minutes in a day. It is okay. But for me, it is not. Even I have been trying to do that. At times I feel that if I want to sleep for 7 to 8 hours, maybe somehow I am wasting time. I should do more when it comes to
No,
learning things.
no, ma'am. Actually, we should not do that, ma'am. We should have some, sleep, adequate sleep for us, and we should not even touch our sleep routine. I make sure that I sleep. I have some adequate sleep routine, and I don't sleep in the noon, ma'am. So if I sleep in the noon, then I would not sleep at the night. Then it would affect my next day routine. So I make sure that I don't sleep in the noon. And sometimes when I don't have enough sleep in the previous night, I do sleep in the noon, but I restrict to it, ma'am, so that I would get proper sleep at night. And usually we sleep at 10 and wake up at around 6 to 7, ma'am. 6:30 or 6:45, 6:20. And afterwards, whenever, as I said, ma'am, whenever I find time, I just pertaining everything to my English learning.
Mm. Okay, do you have any helping hand while it comes to
No, ma'am, no. Now I am in my native place, so my mom and myself, we two are sharing our household chores along with taking care of my children and nibblings, and we two
Mm.
are sharing our household chores.
Your children's vacation is going on?
Yes, ma'am, and yes, actually they are also enjoying. And after this class, I'll go and feed them and make them to sleep and everything, ma'am. And
Yes.
while doing that, I find time. If I find time, I listen to some podcast or listen to some conversation like that. And I have started my shadowing practice also, ma'am. So instead of listening, I have recently started my shadowing. Say, why don't I just encounter speech those words? So it would remind in my mind.
Yes, and it is helpful for our voice tonality and pronunciation.
Yes,
Specifically,
ma'am.
these days I am listening.
Pronunciation.
Her name is Neha Ranglani. Her channel name is also Neha Ranglani, and she is a new.
Okay.
And the way she speaks, I feel that she speaks spontaneously, naturally. Maybe she has been speaking since her childhood, and she uses different vocabulary as well as idioms, phrasal verbs as well. So I am also
Okay.
follow her. Yeah,
Okay, ma'am. Okay, I'll also see, ma'am. What is her name, ma'am?
Neha Ranglani. Neha Ranglani
Neha.
has spoken
Okay.
TED Talks as well.
Okay. Ma'am, I would like to ask you another question, ma'am. And what challenges, ma'am, what do you think are the big challenges and fascinating towards English learning, ma'am? Actually, when they are as a beginners, and when who are in beginners level, those who are in beginner levels, and what challenges they might feel, and what obstacles they might feel.
See, for beginners, I can say that there are some kind of challenges, but the thing is that if someone has some dream and goal or reason strong, why is it strong, then they can find. So I would say that don't try to learn any kind of advanced vocabulary or difficult kind of grammar, because it will happen. They will become confused and they will think that no, it is quite difficult. It's not my cup of tea. It's better to learn simple vocabulary, whatever we use in our day to day life. Then try to make some sentences. At first, it happens. We need to know some phrases, what we speak in our day to day life. For example, I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I am hungry. I am thirsty. I am going to sleep. please wake up. We call our children. Some phrases, I am going to have a shower, I have had shower. Some, yes, basic phrases learn. After that, deliberately start using it. Even if the beginner is speaking in his or her mother tongue, but meanwhile, the person has to use these phrases. Then try to learn, try to watch stories, children's stories, because without listening, it is not possible to learn any language. So I would say that these are some challenges when it comes to starting the speaking. So firstly, if they start listening a lot in English content, then slowly and gradually it becomes easier.
Yes, ma'am. On the first day itself, they should not think that I'm not able to converse my thought and I'm not able to frame a sentence. It will not come as first, right, ma'am? We
Not
have to.
even though knowing vocabulary also does not come.
We have to put a lot of effort in that, and we should come forward and come out of our comfort zone if we want to achieve something. That burning desire actually would lead us to achieve our goal.
Yes, we have to immerse ourselves with this language. We shouldn't think, okay, I'm pressurizing myself. And
Yes.
initially, the beginner should not bother about understanding as well. For example, a beginner who listens to English contents or watches English contents every day for 30 minutes to 1 hour without bothering about understanding, but okay, the person likes to watch any story, and slowly and gradually after a couple of months he will notice that okay, now I'm able to understand what they are trying to convey, even though if the person does not understand whole content, but summary, the definitely he will understand. Then slowly and gradually the person has to take a note, okay, what was the word, what does it mean, then frame try some sentences by himself or herself. If the person does not know anything, for example the tenses, basic tenses, it is important, right? Then
Yes,
the
ma'am.
little bit grammar also the person needs to learn, I would say.
Yes. Yes.
For example, I play badminton, I cook food, I brush my teeth twice a day. So write these sentences, then try to make some continuous tenses as well. No need to learn
Tenses.
past perfect tense. No need to learn future perfect tense. Those are difficult. Only present simple, present continuous, then past simple, past continuous.
Past continuous. Yes.
Then slowly and gradually increase the level.
Yes, ma'am, correctly said. Actually, at first, we should not concentrate on advanced tenses like past perfect tense or past perfect continuous, because we actually don't know where to actually put those tenses after doing so many sessions also. But while starting itself, we may know that what is the use of it and where do we use that. But don't try to inculcate those sentences in our daily space as a beginner. For beginner, I'm saying, right, ma'am?
Right.
We
And
can.
beginners should not bother about making grammatical errors. Definitely,
Yes.
they will make errors. They should focus on listening in English content, then speak whatever you know, whatever English you have, start speaking with that. Because it does not happen. Okay, right now we are talking in fluent speaking, right? Fluently. Right
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
but it did not happen in one day or within few
And
months. We have given
yes,
time, we have been speaking English every day. That's why we have reached this position. So
yes,
whatever
ma'am.
the beginner knows, the person should start from that level.
Yes. And don't wait for any other day. Start it now. And this is the correct time. Now is the best time ever, ma'am. And ma'am, and also one request, I would like to invite you for my 50th conversation also. Now
I would
itself I started.
love to join.
Oh, okay. Okay, ma'am. That's all.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Mahari. Yeah, Mahalashmi, I should also call you ma'am.
No, no, Mahalashmi. Mahalashmi is enough, ma'am.
Best wishes for your YouTube channel, and you are also aspiring to be a trainer. Definitely, you have the potential. Just you know yourself better than anyone else. I know myself
Yes.
anyone else. So where I have to work on, because when we start teaching, we should be responsible, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
where I have to work on, I should learn that. Then we should try to teach others as well. So right now you are thinking, no, you should learn this, that. After that, you can definitely start teaching as well. And if you
Yes,
find it
ma'am.
now, you can start from now on, from here
Yes,
on.
ma'am. Yes, yes. I have a plan, ma'am, for that.
I just want to ask one thing. You are taking classes from English Yari. So what are the benefits you have gotten from there?
I have acquainted some vocabs, ma'am, and I have started using those also. And they have given some circumstances, ma'am, and based on that, they would be asking question, ma'am, and we are able to answer them without any preparation. So it would be like a open-ended question, ma'am. So we'll have some what knowledge about the other thing also. Instead of doing in a regular conversation, we would be able to speak about anything and everything. The content would be available in our page, ma'am, before starting the channel.
And beforehand they provide, right? Beforehand they
Yes,
provide.
ma'am. Beforehand, it is in our page, and that some vocabs, phrasal verbs, and all. And they also what encourage us to give a flow. If we face some hindrance while talking, actually they feel comfortable, and they actually put us to feel comfortable. They make us to feel comfortable, ma'am.
And they give feedback as well. If you make any grammatical errors,
Yes.
if they mispronounce any particular word, they give the
Yes,
feedback.
ma'am. At the end of the session, and the end of the session, they would mark everything, ma'am, and they would give feedback at the end of the session.
I'm also thinking maybe I will also join to upload
But
on my
yes. But I think there are so many are waiting for you to have a conversation. Because I don't find partners, ma'am. So I did that, and but for you, it is not needed, right? I think.
Sometimes I think that okay, I have not joined those platforms, for example, English
Okay.
Bingo. So I also want to
Yes.
explore, see then like okay, what kind of feedback they give and how what kind of
Yes.
so expression as well as I can upload. Maybe people would
Yes.
watch those contents because if I talk to someone who is also a trainer, I think people
Yes,
will. So
you would feel difference, ma'am. Difference after speaking, after having a conversation, you would feel difference, and you would feel that you are in different way. Your speaking is in different way.
but I don't know whether I will join that or not. But yeah, definitely I'll think about this TOEFL and TESOL course because I want to have one
Yes,
with me.
yes,
Because
ma'am. Yes, of course.
yeah, okay, I think we can conclude this so that we can talk little bit.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am,
Yes,
for
thank you.
joining me.